Welcome to
Welcome.
MoistyVoice episode.
You uploaded the last 3 in a fucking single day.
Yeah, I did because they were being uploaded because Nick and I both slacked off. I need to keep a closer eye on him and also care.
Technical
Same.
errors in the human variety.
All three of us didn't realize that 3 episodes weren't uploaded, so I'm pretty sure we're all equally at fault. here.
Yeah, I'm checking. We're on 36.
36!
Episode 36!
Which has kind of gotten out of control on our numbering system.
Nah, look past that.
No,
This is
no.
the last episode of 2017.
Fuck this year.
You're gonna love hearing that in your car.
But no,
I want someone to be driving down the 101 and just someone like slowly speed, like they've got maybe 5 miles on you, and they're going past you, just hear woo 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 faintly through the window.
Oh man.
We could make a mix. We need to make our Christmas album.
I
for
have
next
a
year.
Christmas mixtape.
We need
No.
soundbites.
No. We need to perform a Christmas album for next year.
I'm just gonna let you know, no matter how much effort we put into this or how good it will be, I'm going to re-record all of it and replace it with 13 hours of Cantina Band.
No, that's a track.
That is
That's
the track.
The second so that's gonna be a 3 CD, and the second CD is 72 minutes of Cantina Band.
So I don't know if we had told you when Connor, Bryce, and I went to California to see
a year
Two Door
and a
Cinema
month
Club.
ago, just about.
Yeah, we saw Two
And
Door
Broods.
Cinema
No,
Club.
it's very important
and
that we
Broods.
denote and Broods. They
And
opened
Broods.
and they were fucking amazing.
But Connor had put together a for the road tape, and first track, Cantina Band for 11 minutes, and it just it's kind of hard to tell how long it's going. I lost track of how many loops, and we're like, man, it's been a really fucking long time, and then we realized the CD was on track 3. Because it was just all Cantina Band.
It was a 6-hour Cantina Band CD.
He put as many as he could fit onto a single disc. And even after discovering it, it was like a good 2 hours before we actually
Yeah, we
changed
just kept
it.
listening to it.
We
It was
just
great.
let it roll in the background for like the bulk of our trip. We got to the California border, and it was still playing.
God damn. Oh.
You missed out.
I feel like I haven't missed out. Have you heard the Murloc Christmas album?
Oh my god, yeah.
Yep.
Nothing was more satisfying than playing that at work and just subjecting all of the customers to it.
My favorite one was someone called, heard it on the phone, asked, "What are you listening to?" And I said, "Just normal Christmas music." They get in the store and they hear it play, and they kind of look at me. It's just, "Are you okay?" It's like, yeah, it's normal Christmas music.
I miss getting to abuse PA systems.
Right?
I miss that store so much.
It's the best place.
Oh, I
but this
really
year-
should not have been given a management position.
This year has been a year, but
Oh,
that's
God.
not about today. That's about next week.
Yes.
That's what next week's about.
Yes.
So look forward to that. But for this week, it's
Just a light
some
week.
news.
Just a regular week. We're gonna have a Moistmas special on Monday, the 1st.
The voice.
We're
And
gonna
you can,
live stream our dicks. Please tune in.
We might.
We had to buy a lot of cameras because we have so many dicks.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
we've got to get like a wide lens. We've got like a fishbowl lens as well for the
Just give me a
tape.
mess.
Yeah. Have you ever wondered how many like cameras you can feasibly fit onto one Twitch stream? It's 27.
how many cameras can cover one genitals? A lot.
Yeah.
We got like one of those, what are they called? Is it Samsung that makes them? The 360-degree ball cameras?
Yeah, and we just actually.
Shit ton of those just in a dome array around a penis.
So if you guys want to have the MoistyBoiz experience of sitting in a room with us, we decided to invest the $3,000 and buy one of those balls, and we're just gonna put it in the dead center. We can actually just do that
Oh,
and
the
hang that.
MoistyBoiz VR experience.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
It'd be
that's-
like, wow, this doesn't look so bad, and then you turn around and you see what's going on behind the scenes, and you're like, wow.
So before we do that, I feel like we need to pick up PlayStation VR just so that we can see this car do front flips in the air.
Ooh, yeah. We should do
Scary.
Grand Theft Auto in VR. That
Yep.
wouldn't be, like, horribly jarring.
God, no, that'd be horrible.
Yeah.
I'd shit myself.
Oh yeah, no, that's so. Next week we will be live streaming on
Yep.
Monday.
For
Yes.
realsies, we will be live streaming. There's going to be some fun stuff. If it blacks out right after you hear somebody screaming, that's normal. That's just how we celebrate Christmas.
That's it might also go down because I'm gonna be drinking.
Yeah,
And this
that's
is
a
my
rare occurrence.
That's my setup, so I have no clue how angry and belligerent I will get.
But first bit for this week, and I'll talk about it just because Washington Post is paying a lot of money for it to show up on my feed every 5 fucking seconds.
Go on.
Bitcoin dropped in value.
That is accurate.
Shocking nobody who knows the first thing about Bitcoin.
Yeah.
I guess
Just don't talk about Bitcoin.
it peaked to its, record highs when it became publicly tradable. And then it just dropped earlier this week. 25% basically overnight because everybody finally remembered their old wallet passwords from like middle school when they thought it'd be fun to do surveys for Bitcoins, and everybody who's been waiting to be able to say I told you so, they all just dumped. They just did like one of the largest selling of Bitcoins in its history. And turns out when everybody takes a certain type of money and just fucking throws it away, the value of it kind of goes down.
Yep, that's exactly what happened. I've been waiting for this. I've not been one of the Bitcoin is gonna fail and cryptocurrency stupid people, but Bitcoin was gonna fail because it was the wrong cryptocurrency, and I was so glad that it popped.
Yeah, Dogecoin's the true way of life.
Yo, yeah, what happened to Dogecoin?
It
died.
The meme just kind of got stale.
Meme?
Yeah.
Meme, you say?
Yep, the meme died.
The meme died. It went to that weird graveyard where everybody just chooses not to remember the kinds of things they thought were funny in high school.
Like Artemis Fowl.
I like Artemis
That
Fowl.
was-
I still
that
like
was,
Artemis Fowl.
Like middle school.
Yeah.
Elementary for me. Because the first 2 books came out
Okay, well,
really
that's,
long
I guess
time
like it
ago.
depends on like if your middle school includes 6th grade or not. Because for me it was
mine-
6th grade.
Yeah, Florida was 6 through 8.
You guys are whack.
Arizona's just 7 and 8, right?
Yep.
It's such a waste of a school to only host 2 grades.
No,
It's
those are
attached to
the
elementary school.
puberty years.
Yeah, but why
And
not?
they
just throw
don't
another
want
year
you
at
to
it?
like get mixed up with a whole bunch of other things.
There is a pretty disturbing difference between a 6th grader and an 8th grader, and multi-class gym classes will teach you that.
Yeah.
No, if you ever want to see a 6th grader get dunked on by an 8th grader, just go to a 6th through 8th school.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
It's impressive.
Dodgeball is basically a firing squad.
Jesus
What?
Christ. Yeah, what?
Yeah, we had, it would just kind of be like a mix of all the classes, and there'd be kind of near the end, because, all the people who had any skill would be going after each other because they wanted their team to win or whatever, and then you'd just be left with a bunch of 6th graders against, like, 2 8th graders. And,
One of them had a
Lot of
mustache and
faces.
beard.
one of them had, like, an 8-pack.
One of them was actively crushing beers.
One of them was actually the gym teacher.
He was doing, like, roids on the field. It was terrifying.
The gym teacher was applauding. Good hustle. Good hustle.
I spent 20 minutes earlier just reading a bunch of stories of teachers that had sex with students.
Why?
Were they
I
hot?
don't know. It was just like it was on the feed, and I had nothing better to do because my life is abysmal. And I was reading it, and it was one of them was this band teacher that had consensual sex with one of the female students because she was of age on a band trip. And everybody learned of it, and everybody was appalled, and the staff was like, that's wrong.
Mm.
But there was nothing actually legally wrong with it. And they all just kind of had to... You know that Shen comic where the lawyer begrudgingly claps for the devil?
Yeah.
They just had to do that for the rest of the school year. If anybody doesn't get that, fuck you.
Yeah,
If you're
no.
gonna-
Altered/Shen Comics. It's a real work of art.
He's been doing
Most
some
of
great
it.
stuff lately.
It's been
I don't
pretty
like when he
consistent.
deletes comics because people didn't like them, but
Yeah. I really enjoyed the little firefighter, though. That was
Yeah.
that was such a good arc.
pretty great.
Fucking amazing. been cooler if it was like the little moon fighter, but I guess punking out the sun is alright.
Yeah, no, the sun's gonna kill us one day. We gotta kill it.
You
first.
think the moon won't?
It's the ultimate
No,
fire.
the moon helps us fight off the sun.
Bullshit.
The moon is the only thing keeping the sun at bay.
Yo, what's with Earth-chan? That shit is blown up. She is everywhere right now.
I don't know if we can trace that back to the source.
No, it's actually the same exact thing as the Wendy's fan stuff.
Yeah, just kind of
Okay.
everyone was on the same
Everyone
page at the
immediately
same time.
jumped on it. Shadman has 2 stuff on it.
Oh
I
my
had to
God.
see that, unfortunately.
Oh no.
It's all clothed though. It's all like technically SFW, but if he's on it, you know it's then a bad trend.
Nick, this is gonna come up on your Wi-Fi now.
There's been worse.
There's
Much
been
worse.
Much worse. I do unspeakable things.
In fact, he was on it earlier.
But it's all. Oh wait, no, it's not all. Man, nah.
There's a little illegal.
There's a little illegal. Who doesn't have a little illegal on their Wi-Fi? Sue me, please don't.
The police just come in. You're being sued, motherfucker.
God damn it.
Don't you mean I'm under arrest? No, we're being civil about this shit.
Okay, that's just
Speaking of
egregious.
lawsuits. Speaking of lawsuits.
Lawsuits. Fuck Apple.
Fuck Apple. Oh my
Fuck
god.
Ubisoft. Fuck yeah. Fuck
Oh, man.
Bethesda.
So,
I have to say that drunk.
their
Oh,
means,
God. You know it's not gonna come out.
their
Nothing comes out
reasoning,
anymore.
and their means were not terribly wrong in terms of like the problem on what they did about it. It's the how that's the problem. So
Yeah.
Apple, basically, old batteries are fucked, and they just can't support the new OS without like overloading and shutting off after like a few seconds. So Apple goes and they throttle the performance of any phone that basically isn't the 8. Like even some of the early 7s I think were affected by this.
Yeah.
So they throttle the performance of it so that it can't run at optimal or even close to optimal speeds. And a lot of people were like, hey, this is weird. My phone started being slow one day. And then a lot of people were like, yeah. And then some guy looked into it. He's like, hey, I've noticed it's definitely been throttled. And Apple was just silent. And then a bunch of people were like, yeah, no, it's 110% been throttled. And then, like, once the entire fucking planet Earth was finally in agreement on one thing ever, then Apple was like, yeah, we kind of did
It
that.
was me.
Oh
So
no, I've been caught.
they told you, like,
It's
hey,
me.
your battery was
Apple.
fucked. We couldn't let you run that shit. And the solution is just buy, like, a $60 battery.
Yeah, just
and
buy a
replace
new
it.
battery.
Like, that actually would do it. But the problem is they didn't tell anybody this was a problem. They didn't tell anyone they were doing it. It was they didn't try to cover it up, but they made absolutely no attempt whatsoever to let people know this was happening. And, it wouldn't be a problem if it was like, if I go to a third-party seller of Apple product and they say, hey, yeah, you need to buy a new battery or a new phone.
Mm-hmm.
That's like their whole thing, whatever. But it was Apple causing the throttling because of an Apple problem that they didn't even tell their own techs about. So their techs were like, yeah, you gotta buy a new phone. So it very much does not look good for them because it incredibly seems like they're just tricking people into upgrading a $900 phone they don't need.
Yeah.
No,
is
no, no,
super
no.
shit.
They need that. Do you know why they need it? Because Apple needs their money so Apple can find better batteries.
I don't
It's
think...
actually, they go into the rainforest.
We need to find better batteries.
We need to find better sources of batteries. I want
Yeah, we
you,
do.
Johnson, go out to the rainforest, kill like 11 tribes.
That'll do.
Just dead. Bring me their bones.
There
We'll
aren't
see
any
which ones
tribes
conduct.
left. We turned them all into rubber.
Our battery technology sucks.
No, that's great.
Don't say that to Musk.
But yeah,
No, if you say that to Musk, because then we'll get like unending batteries.
I don't think that like they actually were maliciously sitting around saying we're gonna trick a shit ton of people into buying phones.
I believe that they did.
Yeah, that's.
I'm willing to believe that.
I
I'm
think
willing
their
to believe
legal department wouldn't have allowed it. I think that somebody there understands the ramifications of it and would be like, no. But that was, I think, a
No,
a
don't
nice
do
side
it.
effect.
No, it's
of
like
it.
when your friend's doing something, but you kind of want to see them do it. Oh no! Stop! Don't do it.
So people are suing them for unethical business practices, and and if it wasn't the fact that they own the production, the advertisement, the selling, the distribution, the repairing, like every single step of the phone, they own it. You can't do weird, corrupt shit. So, I don't necessarily think that people are going to be winning lawsuits, but fuck Apple for doing that.
Yeah.
I recently swapped off of Apple because before this even fucking happened.
Oh, you got back
Here
off?
we have Michael, who has recently switched off of Apple.
Because they're shit.
And went to Android. And Michael, how has this improved or affected your life in any way?
I'm more virile than ever.
Wow! Not only is Apple slowing down your phones, but they're lowering your sperm count.
Yep. They're lowering your sperm count. They're lowering the amount of time you can stay hard. So if you want to edge, don't do Apple.
They are stealing your blood.
Apple is literally trying to steal your children. They're trying to steal your seed.
A billboard of just Michael making the dumbest fucking pose on a blank background that says, "I bought a Galaxy S8 and now I can't stop impregnating women."
Condoms can't stop this man.
One quick trip on how to keep condoms from stopping you. Women hate it. Or Apple hates it.
Women don't care.
Your sperm is so strong, it actually just goes through the condom.
It's like Superman.
Yeah, that's a Superman problem.
Except it doesn't, go through the top of their head like Superman's would.
Yeah.
Well, that's more like water pressure than anything. Superman doesn't, blink and shoot tears like discs or something.
Yeah, but I like to imagine that when he comes, it's like a small
He's
rocket.
Not fucking Dio from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
I like to imagine it is.
Superman's not a vampire. He can go out in the sun and not die.
Oh, damn. Superman's not a vampire. So many fan theories ruined now.
I don't think that's how that works.
Ugh. Speaking of fan theories.
Uh-oh.
Oh god, this is gonna take me a moment.
Alright.
I am not excited for the fucking Universal Studios Final Fantasy thing.
Oh, yeah. Universal California or Florida?
Japan.
Oh, wow.
So Universal Studios Japan has a new thing every year.
They've got the coolest shit.
Like 2 years ago, they had a fucking
so
Monster
cool.
Hunter themed, and that was fucking phenomenal.
They reskin the entire fucking park every 2 years. It's not like
Yeah,
here's
no.
another
No. It's
like we
every other
redid the
year.
park.
Every other year, they're having a new theme for it, and they go oh, we're back to normal this year. The next year, and that entire time they're normal. We're planning next year though.
Yeah, they go hard in Japan. But yeah, they're gonna have a Final Fantasy
VR
ride.
Which, if you've ever been to an arcade and it's like that stupid thing where you just kind of sit down in the chair and that's exactly what the fuck I'm thinking about.
Yeah.
And I'm not excited for it.
I don't know. I haven't been to a lot of because Universal Florida with the Wizarding World has a ride where you kind of sit in and it's like a seat so your legs are just loose hanging, but it's sort of a film that you ride through.
Yeah.
So, you're going through and there's wind blowing and you're kind of moving because you're in the flying
Terminator
car.
2 experience.
Yeah, kind of. Exactly. So you're going through all that and it's really interesting and all, but it's not super submersive because you don't have the full VR. I don't think I would want that with the full VR. I can't imagine.
It's gonna be very disorienting to be flying forward wearing a VR headset. So, speaking of the Terminator experience at Universal,
yeah,
did you know they recently had to go through and re-up the quality of some of the HD upscale a lot of the stuff that they had for that ride because originally they had 20 TV panels just working in sync to project an image, and we can just make this into one TV screen and make it look a lot better than just having CRTs all over the fucking place.
But I want to have late 2000s technology in my fully immersive gaming experience. It's like the Skyrim VR.
It's
It's like-
Skyrim VR.
it's
The guy
fun
that
to play,
the guy at my
but
Final
things look
Fantasy
horrible.
14 guild who's trying to do it in VR, and that's just being a nightmare.
Because he's Sword Art Online.
Yeah, he's trying to Sword Art Online it. God, this
That's not okay.
yeah.
Yeah, the the Skyrim one, it's like, it's not terrible for controls. It's not like crazy nauseating. It's
No.
fine, and the landscapes look great. The second you interact with any kind of character or creature model, though, it's so ugly.
It just starts like literally. I've seen arms flip out, and it's
Well, yeah, I
great.
know. Besides all the bugging, it's just they look horrendous.
Well, you know what? We can't even
'Cause that
comment
game
on the
doesn't
fact
have
that the
great-
game's bugged.
yeah,
Like, if you say, "Oh, the game's bugged," like people are just gonna look at you like, "The fuck are you talking about?" Of course it is. They're not gonna fix it. You gotta go get paid mods to fix it.
it's not like Fallout New Vegas
I
bugs
just have
where
to
after
wait-
100 hours you don't get automatic weapons without crashing your PS3.
Yeah, no, it's
And you mean you don't get to fast travel without crashing your PS3?
It's a lot of shit you couldn't do after a while in that
Yeah.
game.
it might have been modded New Vegas that did the most damage to my old laptop.
That'll do
No,
it.
I'm pretty sure it was modded New Vegas.
That's,
That's not a might. That's a okay. That depends on like what kind of modding you did.
that game was a system killer, man.
Still the best Fallout.
You can't really compare anything to it.
Yeah.
It's the best Fallout spin-off slash...
It's the best Fallout that's non-story driven.
It's very story driven.
It's pretty story.
3 is more story driven.
3 is fucking bullshit. It's the easiest story. Bless you.
Bless me.
Never.
Oh. How about now?
Yeah.
Why?
I need your blessing.
No. I'll get you go fight wrestle a fucking angel for like 3 days.
That's
And
pretty
if
cool.
you succeed in wrestling the angel, you'll get a blessing.
Is that how Judaism works?
No,
I
that's
guess.
Jacob's ladder. He had a dream where there was an angel, and he had to basically wrestle the angel into submission. And it went on for like 3 days in this dream, and like the angel's trying to climb a ladder to heaven. So it's just like a WWE like ladder
Yeah.
match.
It's a Money in the
3
Bank
days.
match.
Yeah, and like this dream went on for like 3 days, and he's just
Yeah.
wrestling an angel the entire time. And eventually he wrestles the angel into submission, and the angel gives him a blessing. And that's where Jacob's ladders come
That's
from.
like a leprechaun situation.
No,
So
yeah,
one
you-
of the secrets there is actually... Because there are multiple ladders. You know, they're hidden under the...
yeah.
the ring. So what you do is you take 2 ladders... and you put them, you know, perpendicular to each other, or parallel, and then you take a 3rd ladder, you put it through the slats, and you make a bridge out of ladders, so that you can climb up it, and totally do, like, sweet pile drivers of people onto that center ladder.
What?
There was a Money in the Bank where people did that. It was horrifying. The amount of people that were thrown onto that center ladder, like... I don't care what that prop is made out of. That fucking hurts.
Yeah.
It was great. The innovation, man. WWE
WWE
is an
is
excellent
the
show of
innovator for
engineers.
stunts.
They're all engineers, is what they are. They are like movement and performance engineers. You give them
You-
a chair and say, "What can you do with this?" They'll give you like 8
Then
different
they'll
answers.
say, "What can you do with it?" And then they just like look at it and it's like,
They
"What
have a
can't I do with
They
this?"
have a pre-printed PDF of 354 options.
And then like they show you a bear and like, what wrestling moves could this bear feasibly pull off? And they just look at you and just say chair slam.
I just like to imagine that, like, WWE orientation, there's a video you have to, like, you sit in a room, some guy puts a VHS into, like, a tiny-ass 24-inch full-screen TV, and it's just how to use a chair, and it's a 3-hour-long video.
I don't feel like it's a 3-hour-long video. I feel like it's a 3-hour-long video that ends with part 1 of 8.
Yeah.
And it's basically, and it's not even, and you know WWE, they gotta blow everything out of proportion, so it's a 3-hour-long video that's got a plot to it.
Oh, yeah.
You're basically watching Harry Potter,
Yeah,
if
it's
the
a soap
entirety of
opera.
Harry Potter was a standalone thing about using chairs and ladder matches.
It might be.
Otherwise, it's puts the VHS tape in, you're sitting in your little desk, and you see, "Hi, I'm Vince McMahon." And then from behind, you just get hit with a fucking chair.
Yeah, it was just Shawn Michaels the entire time, comes up from behind with a chair.
And then just scream, "First lesson!"
Here's the rules of WrestleMania, and I'm about to break them all over your fucking face. But you know, they wouldn't say fuck it because that's not kid friendly.
Yeah, you can't sell that to kids.
Can't push that on
They
kids.
could definitely sell it to Michael.
You can sell
You
coded
could sell that
racism.
if that 10-year-old Michael was sitting there and I just saw a guy run up and slam a chair into another person's face and then shout the words, "This is Shawn Michaels and I'm coming at you raw."
Oh, God. I need more, like, late 90s, early 2000s WWE. I just want a channel that just plays nothing but that.
No, we need to watch Yu-Gi-Oh first. I keep
Okay.
wanting to watch Yu-Gi-Ohs with you guys.
So,
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Show
like-
me the Yu-Gi-Ohs.
So first and foremost on the MoistyVoice, we're watching Yu-Gi-Oh! We're gonna be live streaming Yu-Gi-Oh! On Monday.
We're gonna watch all of Yu-Gi-Oh! Then all of GX, and then we'll just stop.
No,
'cause
we're
that's
not
the peak.
even
That's the
touching
peak.
GX. We're not touching GX.
Why?
I love GX.
Yeah, he adores GX.
I need.
Fucking duels of satellites!
It's amazing.
That's awesome.
The show is stupid and I love it, and it's just peak nonsense of Yu-Gi-Oh!
It's like
No, that's a lie.
I'm watching
the
the
last
show right
season
now.
of first Yu-Gi-Oh! Is peak nonsense.
Yeah, exactly. The very last scene, the one where they fucking go out to the desert and they leave Weevil to die in the fucking desert.
Go on. No,
So-
don't spoil it for me. We're gonna watch this.
Okay, I'll leave this alone then. All I'm gonna say is Rex Raptor and Weevil come back, and only Rex Raptor leaves.
For a good time,
Concerning.
get a GameCube and buy Yu-Gi-Oh! The Falsebound Kingdom. Game is great.
Alright.
Okay.
It's a legitimately fun game. It's like one of the only Yu-Gi-Oh! Games where you don't play Yu-Gi-Oh! Ever at all in any capacity.
That's
You
pretty
mean
cool.
Dungeon Dice Monsters?
Dungeon Dice Monsters is the other one, and that game is fucking fantastic as well.
Yeah, exactly. Because it doesn't make fucking sense.
It's so nonsense, and everything is awful, and everything is great, and I need to buy that game again.
Yeah. No. Okay. So we're in agreement. We need a GameCube for the channel.
I've got a GameCube.
He has a GameCube.
So we need 3 Game
I
Boy
have a
Advances.
I'm
And
a
3
third
link
of the way
cables.
there.
I already have I have one advance. I don't have the cable though.
Oh
So
damn,
we
I have
need to
an
get that-
SP. Will that work?
Yeah. No. That's
SP
fine.
works.
And we just got to get link cables to connect them from the GameCube
I
there.
have the advance and the SP. Actually, yeah, we're all there.
So we've got 3.
We got 3.
Okay. I will try to find those link cables then, because I want to fucking play Crystal Chronicles.
Oh,
God.
goddamn. No! I should have seen where this was going.
That took a bad turn.
So, like, I just want to play that because I've never played that Final Fantasy game, and it's the most clusterfucky thing ever.
I still don't think there will be anything more satisfying. Like, the Switch is great. The
Yeah.
shit you can do
Oh.
on the Switch is great.
I
The
got a thing
most
on that.
satisfying, or one of the most satisfying Nintendo experiences is getting the Game Boy player for the GameCube, the little attachment that mounted to the bottom,
Yeah,
and just putting fucking any Game Boy game on your TV screen and playing it.
dude.
That was like the greatest
Metroid.
shit. Oh yeah.
All the fucking Game Boy Metroid games were great.
I would
Having
sit
an actual
there,
controller made that thing playable.
I'd have a game that I haven't played in like years. You put it on my GameCube and I'm all about it. I put like 100 hours into that shit.
Yeah, no,
It was amazing.
GameCube made everything better. It's like you've got a decent Pokemon game on GameCube, then you've got a good Pokemon game on GameCube after that, and then it's like, oh, you can put Pokemon Emerald on GameCube,
Yeah, you could.
and then you put
It was
Pokemon
really
Emerald on
fucking
GameCube.
great. But
That's
how,
it.
I will never stop gushing about Coliseum NXT. We just got to move off of that.
Oh, we
Nintendo has set a sales goal for the end of 2018. They want to have sold 20 million Switches.
I will buy 10 million of them. Just to help. I will then sell 10 million of them. Minus 1. Except, no, I'll sell all.
Nintendo, give us money.
Give us money so I can Craigslist half of your sales goal for the year. Because that's how business works.
So,
That's a
Final
big goal.
Fantasy,
It
not
is.
excited for the ride.
All right.
And then on other news, speaking of wrestling,
Okay.
Max Landis, he rapes women.
Unsurprising.
Wow, that was
Subtle and delivered the point. Or he sexually
I
harasses.
was gonna say like slightly libellous actually, but yeah,
He-
subtle.
he-
sure.
he's been accused.
Slightly.
He's been accused of sexual harassment by many women. One of them played Batista in his Wrestling Isn't Real I guess, 20-minute video where he just basically talks about the entire history of Triple H in wrestling.
I've never
and it's just women. It's just like basically every single man.
WWE.
Yeah, and so every single woman is a man, and every single man's a woman, and it's phenomenal.
I never cared for him, just because he always felt like he was just his whole life and his whole thing was proving that he is what he thinks he is,
and he's not.
Like he's just like, no, this is me. This is me. Look, this is me. When he was promoting, crap, what was the name of that film?
Right?
No, it was 3 words. It might have been, no, it was 3 words and it was silly. It was a very interesting
Full
title.
Noodle Orgy.
You know, I'd watch it. I'm about to watch it now.
What about Dude Bro Party Massacre 3?
That's more than 3 words.
That's also an actual movie. There's no Dude Bro Party Massacre 1 or 2.
There doesn't need to be.
Yeah,
the third one covers all the bases.
Yeah, and the entire plot of the third one is that they were trying to go for the world record of the most named character deaths in a single movie.
Me, Him, Her. When he was doing his promotion for Me, Him, Her, when he was trying to like get money for it, and then he was like updating on his goals and all this, like it was the most like I'm not a vlogger, this guy, that guy kind of personality, but it was so much this is exactly like it was just trying so hard. And he's like, look at me, I am human, I have emotions, relate to me. And I was like, please stop. Stop everything you're doing.
Please relax. Totes my goats humming.
But yeah,
have hummus?
I
never cared for watching him.
I don't like hummus. I don't care for hummus, and I don't want to hear any more about it.
I don't really care about hummus either.
Why do you hate hummus?
No.
The hummus.
No more of that.
I'm fine with it, it's just feels weird.
What I do like
in my mouth.
Okay.
Is New York cheesecake with strawberry glaze. Get me some of that. I care to hear more about it.
Haven't had New York cheesecake. I had Philadelphia cheesecake while I was in Philly, and that was impressively good. Because it was just normal-ass cheesecake, nothing on it. And it made me, at least for the briefest moment, happy.
Okay.
So, it's a lot to ask for.
This is...
I expect my cheesecake to do nothing less.
At work the other day, I got a phone call. Guy was asking for Star Trek Voyager.
Okay.
And about halfway through it, I'm talking like, yeah, no, we've got it right here. And are you gonna... If you want, we can keep it on hold for you for 24 hours. Like, oh, I can't come get there in 24 hours. Like, okay. I'm in Oklahoma City.
Was secretly your dad.
Yeah, no, I just kind of sitting like, why are you calling a store in Arizona about this when there is a store in Oklahoma City that you have now told me about and you have been there? Just fucking call them.
What kind of life do you have to live?
No, and he's like, and he's like, oh yeah, no, I'm just calling to make sure that you have it.
He just likes to. He's checking in.
Yeah, no. Do you have it, right?
Like,
yeah.
His purpose in life.
Do you know where I'm calling from? No, Oklahoma City is. Why?
He's that's his thing. He has to know that FYEs everywhere carry it.
He's just sitting there stroking himself.
No, otherwise
but you have it,
he
right?
will order one and forcibly have it shipped to that store.
And not buy it?
No, he'll just like mail a copy there through Amazon.
What the hell? This guy, I need to know more about him. If you could like call
I've got his phone number. I actually saved his phone number.
Get him as a guest appearance on the show.
No, his phone number's on our store phone.
I got some real questions.
His phone number's on the store phone, and it's titled "Guy from Oklahoma." Because he has now called again since that day.
Ask him if he wants to be on a podcast.
He just wants a friend.
Ask him if he knows how to use Skype.
I don't want to be his friend.
He just needs a friend, Michael.
I want to be his friend.
Next time you visit your family, you have to see him.
No. I don't want to meet this guy. It's just a really weird experience. What are we going to talk about? Our mutual love of Star Trek?
Just Voyager.
I hate Voyager.
Dude
from Oklahoma, if you're watching this, I hate Voyager. You can fuck off.
maybe
Go watch The Next Generation and laugh at it.
maybe he hates it too, and he's just out of spite wants everyone to be stuck with a copy of it.
I saw Jumanji today. Welcome to the
It's
jungle.
actually beating Star Wars at the box office. Like, its numbers are going up week to week.
That's unsurprising.
I heard that
And
there was a
Star Wars
very
is going
attractive
down.
female lead in there.
No.
The Rock
Okay.
is pretty great, but yeah, I don't know.
There's a very attractive
It's
male
not that
lead.
feminine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jack Black plays a fantastic woman.
That's from the trailer. I looked
I-
like it was gonna be a pretty funny.
No, yeah, from
role.
all the bits of him in the trailer are like him doing the stereotypical like girl, just like
Mhm.
oh my god, I can't even.
Yeah.
And he nailed those, but he like actually nailed playing a woman for what she was, and it was fucking, it was good.
It looks like it's actually like, despite any sort of like maybe narrative problem, it looked like it's a quality picture actually. Like, for some reason, it looks like it would be incredibly great, despite watching the trailer and being like, man, that's gonna be bad, but that's gonna be real good.
It was enjoyable. Nick Jonas was in it. He was pretty good.
Wait, what?
Was he the missing link?
Is that that's Diabetes Jonas, right?
No, it's the one who has the music career.
Okay. Wait, I thought that was Diabetes
I
Jonas.
don't know.
Wait, does
There are
Nick
3
Jonas
of them. I can't keep track of
Because
them.
I know Kevin Jonas is the older one who was really creepy. It was
Okay,
like,
Google, does Nick Jonas have diabetes?
because there's the older one, then there's Diabetes Jonas, then there's the one who's never gonna do anything with his life.
Oh, that's the super kid one who played the kid in Ponyo.
Yeah.
Diabetes. There we go. Diabetes song. Oh yeah, Nick Jonas has diabetes.
That's his defining.
He has said his symptoms include weight loss and thirst.
I'm
Nick
so
Jonas-
thirsty all the time.
Nick Jonas thirst.
Diabetes.
What a weird
It's not
blurb.
Nick Jonas. It's Diabetes Jonas. It's like Osmosis Jones.
He played
Oh, God.
Seaplane McDonough was his character's name. Solid character. And he made margaritas and flew a
Was he
helicopter.
basically John C. Reilly from Kong, but in Jumanji?
Kind of.
Oh,
like
okay.
I saw a definitive like vibe there, but they played it a lot sadder.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like
Like-
pathetic sad or sad sad?
Like sad.
Oh.
Like John C. Reilly was
He had a
like a
couple
little
moments.
sad,
Yeah.
but at the end it was like, oh, that's so great.
Yeah,
Because
they're
he
very happy.
He showed up and his son was like crying and everything. That was a great end credit sequence. I love that.
Kong Skull Island. Go
Skull
see
Island did so much right. But yeah, so it's oh, my phone. He is in the game. So it opens up. Can't do spoilers, or either you saying it. It's not big spoilers.
No.
It's not a movie that matters.
So spoiler alert right
Spoiler
here.
alert, Jumanji, welcome to
Watch
the jungle,
out, Nick.
2017.
Right here, throw up the thing so that when
We can't
people
put up citations. YouTube, stop that. Stop saying that.
Okay, check the description below.
God damn you.
Link
Stop.
in the pants.
Link in the pants.
Right on the crotch.
So it starts out with his dad is out for a jog in 1996, and he finds a Jumanji board game on a beach,
Okay.
brings it home, and he's like, "Hey, I found this. You should check it out." And the
Yeah.
kid looks at it, and he opens it, and he says, "Who plays board games anymore?" Puts it on a shelf, goes to sleep overnight. It transforms into a video game. In the morning, he doesn't even question it. He's like, "Fuck it, yeah." Plugs it in, plays it, gets sucked in. Fast forward, 2017. 4 kids in high school in detention. Somehow the game is there. I don't know if it was donated or something.
Yeah.
They play it. They get sucked in. They eventually find him, and he's using a lot of outdated lingo.
Mm-hmm.
And that's catching him on because he's like, because he was talking about the female lead that was also attractive, and she's like, because she's fly, like Cindy Crawford. Or not like Cindy Crawford, but like she's the bomb. And they're looking at him like, what the fuck are you saying? And it was funny to see Nick Jonas say it, to be honest.
Huh.
And they're at, like, what year is it? He said 1996. I'm saying they're like, oh, I'm 21. And I had to think about that during the movie. And then I paid attention again. And then it was during a scene where he's like, oh, man, my parents, they were like, oh, he just disappeared. They had to be devastated. And he's thinking about all the ramifications of him having been gone 20 years. And the other people were saying, they're like, oh, I have no idea how to deal with this or comfort him.
Like, I don't know if they actually did, but they gave all your stuff away to a high school, apparently.
Yeah.
We just have a bedroom inside of the gym lockup for when kids want to bang.
But at the end, they get out of the game or whatever, and they do a time travel thing where he was removed from the game back when he went into it. So he actually came back out in 1996.
To his original timeline.
They come out 2017, and they go to his house, and it's not decrepit anymore because his dad didn't fall into a deep despair. And it's like he's living there, his family stopping by for Christmas. And he sees them, and he's like, oh shit, these are the kids that saved me 20 years ago in the game. And they see him, and he's got like a family and everything. And the Jack Black girl who was into him is like, oh yeah, he's grown up now. That makes sense.
You can still fuck him.
He's married. But he named his first daughter after her.
Oh damn.
So that was like, it was a touching moment.
So she can fuck the daughter.
I don't know what I was talking about, but that was Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle. It was a good movie. I enjoyed it. I'd recommend you watch it. It was a good theater film.
I probably will watch it. That does sound like it's gonna be...
It was a good theater film. It had a lot of cool stuff.
I probably won't go watch it.
You know what bums me?
Yeah, man, Jack Black was stellar.
It's literally the only reason I want to go see it, and I can't go see it with Samantha.
What bums
Why?
me is the Rampage
Samantha doesn't
trailer.
like Jack Black.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
I don't like him that
But
much.
she loves
that's
women.
Fine. Women.
Yeah, it's just... I don't know. I've sat her down, and, like...
Have you
We've
showed her
talked
the good shit?
I've
Like
told her.
the Tenacious D and
So it's
Brutal
like...
Legend.
Mostly Brutal Legend.
You know, I own Brutal Legend.
And,
I know.
Speaking of King Kong, Peter Jackson, 2005.
Anybody who had a PS3 had Brutal Legend, whether they knew it or not.
I had it on Xbox.
Whack.
Well, you can kill yourself.
It's like a
You know-
Led Zeppelin shirt. At one point in like
Never
high
had
school, early high school, I realized every single guy has a Led Zeppelin shirt and they don't know where it came
Way
from.
wrong.
I knew
Way wrong. That's
everybody
entirely
I asked had
you.
I
one.
guess
That was
I-
your crowd.
Well, then take
Must
away
have
my
been
penis. I'm not a man. I don't have a Led Zeppelin
I'm on
shirt.
it.
They had a huge scene about Jack Black just having a dick. It was solid.
Did he
Did he
Because
have
he was
a
sitting there, he's
cock
like, hey, before we progress further in this game, I've got to go take a leak. And he asked one of the guys, hey, can you come help me out? And he's like, oh, I'm alright. And they go over, and it's just him as a woman going like, oh my god, this is so much easier because I've got a handle. And the other guy keeps reminding him to aim, and the other guy is weirded out by that.
Wow.
That's
That's a
just-
scene.
It was a full scene. And they didn't show it, but then they talked about him having an erection, or she having an erection. They did a lot of stuff with Jack Black.
And yeah,
body
they
swap.
went all in on the
But all of it worked. None of it was bad.
damn.
That's the
Do
part
you
that
know
got me.
why?
Fix her beef
Because
with
it's
Jack
Jack Black. If you tell him to act weird,
You
he's
can
gonna
just-
act normal, and it's just gonna come off weird, and it's gonna be perfect.
He can run with stuff, and most of the time you can just buy into it. You're
He
like,
has
yeah,
an entire
whatever.
fucking song about going to the McDonald's drive-thru, and it works.
He's an interesting guy.
Yeah.
He's a lot more consistent than other people who do what he does,
Oh.
and I appreciate him. What I don't appreciate is that fucking Rampage trailer. They're too small.
I had to watch that again
Too
in
small.
theaters, and they were way too small. It
Bugs
just
me.
doesn't make sense.
They
I
have, like,
haven't
the
seen the trailer
worst-
for it.
The worst trailer shot. You know, they always talk about in trailers, you see a lot of criticism of certain shots that they choose that just kind of makes everything look weird. They've got one where it's like as wide as it can be aerial shot of the wolf running through the city with all these cars, and it looks like just
looks
a normal
terrible.
wolf.
Yeah.
Like, it looks like at most it's the size of a car. So like a big wolf, but like I wouldn't be surprised if I saw one. Like legit a car-sized wolf, I'd be like, that's weird, but that's probably a
That's
thing.
just a dire wolf.
It wasn't
or a
like-
fell wolf.
A building-sized wolf.
Is that just a
What bothers me-
dog-like bear?
What so bothers me most about the trailer is the ending where Dwayne Johnson's character says, you know, I was thinking the only thing that was missing was a giant crocodile, which suggests that Rampage, the game, exists in this world,
Yeah.
and then this is just a one-for-one of that. And this fucking nerd-ass zoologist who hangs out with a gorilla is likening it to it, and that bothered me.
So is this like their take on Harambe?
I was actually looking forward to this movie when it was announced, just because Rampage doesn't get any love,
It doesn't.
and it still
I
doesn't.
played the shit out of
evidently.
it way back when.
Oh yeah, there was a local restaurant had a Rampage arcade machine, and I would always bring like $3 to dinner just to like I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna eat. I'd like scarf my food down, and I'd just bolt to Rampage, and I'd do that until we left.
Smart.
Game's fucking great.
Probably my favorite arcade game.
One of, yeah. Very, very
Sorry,
up there
no,
for me.
I definitely like Dig Dug better.
What about Time Crisis?
That's no, I mean like classic arcade game.
Okay, we're talking classic arcade
I'm not
games?
talking
Like,
fucking...
give me a year.
It's probably my top non-shooter, non-fighter.
Okay.
Which is its own
Ooh.
category.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
My top
that makes it
branded
hard.
one might actually be the Kung Fu Panda game, just because I like punching things and spazzing out and looking super autistic.
That's honestly a really, really tough one for me, because I can't think of a single non-shooter, non-fighter arcade game.
There's a lot, and yet there's not a lot.
Oh,
They're
no.
usually unremarkable,
Yeah.
unless it's Rampage.
Arctic Thunder.
So,
Oh shit.
Galaga,
Arctic
Pac-Man,
Thunder.
Oh
Dig
shit.
Dug,
Yeah, no.
Donkey
Arctic
Kong.
Thunder just took it. How did I forget about Arctic Thunder or Hydro
Dude,
Thunder?
I fucking own Arctic Thunder on the PS2.
That's
Yeah,
right, you
we
do.
played
I
it.
remember that.
Bring
I
it up
don't-
from Moistmas.
Sure.
I still
That's
gotta
gonna be a
say
mess.
Rampage is
I don't
probably
even-
my top.
Can we even record that? No, we have to use the PS3 for
One of
that.
us is gonna have to live stream from our phones. That's gonna happen.
Facebook Live.
Yeah. We have a page.
Yeah, I don't know, what would my top shooter be? Top shooter is... Actually, it might be one of the Resident Evil arcade versions. Those were pretty damn fun. But it might just be Time Crisis.
Time
Crisis
Crisis
is just it's
3 or Time Crisis 4.
Yeah.
And then top fighter, obligatory Street Fighter 2, but beyond the obligatory Street Fighter 2.
Tekken 5.
Is that the one where you could have the what was the first one that let you do head-to-head cabinets?
Fuck me, I don't know.
Because I remember that blew my fucking mind when you could have the two cabinets side by side play with each other, and they were like really involved, and it had like the what was it? I don't know. Tekken might actually be up there though. The Tekken arcade machines are so much better than the Tekken home games.
I was
Dude,
never a fighting
I was-
game guy, so I can't really weigh in.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Like,
We know the worst one is fucking, was it Marvel Capcom 2?
Marvel... No, it's
Which
not... Marvel's Capcom 2 was great.
was it? Marvel
It was
Konami?
Marvel versus Street Fighter.
Yeah, fuck Marvel vs. Street Fighter.
It's broken.
Broken ass game. Don't let Michael play fighting games.
Yeah.
Broken ass game.
That's like rule number 1 of MoistyBoiz. Don't let Michael play fighting games.
Yeah.
Oh, I like Spider-Man. Next thing you know, hey Nick, do you like just getting fucking flipped in the air for infinity?
I played Killer Instinct.
Yeah, no, Killer Instinct's a game that I don't know at all, so it's perfectly fine.
That's the one game you can play against him.
You just gotta find a game. Like, we could do an entire series of finding weird and obscure fighting games that Michael has never heard of. And then
Hey,
it's gonna...
hey, we played that awesome Deadliest Warrior game.
Oh yeah, no, what did I do? I broke it.
Yeah.
It's his go-to.
Fucking horn.
He breaks them. What was...
my
There was
favorite-
one really weird one that I wanted to show you.
Well,
It's probably on Steam. That's
yeah,
why
no,
I can't remember.
we'll start doing a series of it. We got like Glove on Fight, which is something I definitely want to play with you, Nick.
It's sort of like a try to trip up the experts, like the Penn and Tell or Penn and Teller. Penn and Teller, where you try to do magic tricks that they can't figure out.
Mhm.
It's try to get a fighting game that Michael can't break.
Yeah, it's
What?
surprisingly difficult.
Penn and Teller doesn't make sense to me because there's one that no one's done that they won't be able to get. And you just have to go in and say, I have a happy, fulfilling life and I feel no depression. And they're going to sit there like fucking blown away.
How does the
boggled.
trick work?
How does it... How?
Where was the lie? It seems like he believed it. It's impossible. No man can believe that sentence.
That show's pretty fun to watch, though.
The other sentence you
Lots of
say...
shit on it.
Well, the other sentence you say that just gets them is, I have enough money.
What? What do you mean, enough money?
No. We're gonna take some of that money and we're gonna give that to the poor. And yeah, then you'll have enough money. But then I won't have enough money. Fuck off!
We should give money to the poor so that they can spend it so it goes to the rich.
Taxation is
God.
theft.
You ever...
Secretly, colonial... What is it? Tea Party member?
just goes out to drop shit in the harbor?
We don't have a harbor. We have Tempe Town Lake.
We do
and
have a
that's
harbor.
disappointing.
You can dump stuff in it. There's a lot... Oh my god. They dredged the lake for, like, a cleaning, and there was legitimately dead bodies all up in that lake.
Yeah, there were a lot of dead bodies in Tempe
No,
Town
like,
Lake.
there's a reason they actually had to stop the cardboard boat regatta.
A lot of dead bodies.
Yeah, because you had to dredge up the cardboard boats if they sank. And guess what they had to dredge up at one point on accident?
Dead bodies!
In front of how many kids? A lot!
Well, then you count
I
in,
love
like,
Boy
the
Scouts.
murders, and then there's also, like, the people who just drove off the bridge and the bodies weren't recovered.
Yeah,
There's a lot of those, too.
But hey, like,
But
the
mostly
cardboard
murders.
boat regatta, a lot of good was done for that lake. A lot of things got picked up.
I really enjoy the fact that we have one body of water within, like, 50, 60 miles of us, and the first instinct of everybody is to dump bodies in it.
I mean, yeah.
We literally live in the middle of the desert, and they still go to the water to dump the bodies.
We're not getting past this
Are
opportunity.
you telling me you want me to spend 6.5 hours
I'm not
digging
gonna
a
drive
hole?
out to the desert.
I'm not gonna drive
I'm not
30
gonna
minutes
go off
that
on
way.
Indian land and dig a hole.
Actually, that's the hard part,
You
is
could just-
finding non-res land.
You could dig it
Yeah.
in Sean's backyard, and no one would know for another 80 years.
There's actually, well, honestly, it could be either backyard at this point. Well, no, it has to be the non-Flagstaff one, because that house is going to get torn down at one point or another because of the termites.
Yeah.
Sean, if you're listening to this, I'm sorry, but we gave you termites.
wasn't us.
That's a terrible thing to do, someone.
It's not as bad as giving them like a sense of security and saying you won't cheat on them and then leaving them for
No,
someone
yeah, I think you
else.
mean
No, that's
giving them
worse. But
false sense of
termites,
security.
termites is a close second.
I mean, I guess.
Trust is the number
okay.
one. Termites is the second.
The worst thing you can give
Worst
someone
thing
is
you can give to people.
false sense of trust, termites.
That's just the top two.
And it's like, the issue is, they overtake each other depending on what stage of your life
Yeah,
you're in.
yeah,
And
it's
everything
very
else kind of
possible.
fell flat.
So it's like, well, they broke up with me. Then I found out that I had termites and I was pissed.
In any case, give people you like and or don't like, just people in general, termites.
Just give people termites.
Just, no, give them like an ant farm, but fill it with termites.
This New Year's Eve, give your family
This
the gift of termites.
Moistmas Eve.
Yeah, on
Moistmas
Moistmas,
Eve.
we gift termites.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
our tradition.
Go to the Arizona Mills Mall. We will be handing out termites.
Is that legal? Can we do that?
No, it is not. That is the opposite of legal.
How is that illegal?
I can't think of how it's illegal to hand out jars
Termites
of
are
termites.
not legal tender.
If we just, we're not, what are they gonna say?
No, we're just standing.
We have like little
With, like,
plastic
jars of
baggies.
termites.
Like, you know, how, like bags of goldfish? We've got that, but it's just bags of termites.
Termite bomb.
I
Throw it
was
in your neighbor's
imagining
window.
more we would just kind of have ornaments that we put termites in and resealed.
Wooden ornaments, handcrafted, secretly filled with termites.
Soon not so secretly filled with termites. But this was the MoistyVoice episode 36. Yeah, tune in for the Moistmas celebration exploration special. We're gonna touch a lot of dicks. That's gonna be on the 1st.
We're gonna explore each other.
And look forward to the MoistyBoiz Best of 2017 the following week. We're gonna touch a lot of media that we are not actually qualified to judge.
Oh yeah.
And on the Moistmas special, we will have a special Slip Slop boy appearing.
Yeah, our resident Slip Slops boy, Brick. You know him, you don't. He's cool.
He's kind of lanky. He's tall. Get used to it.
He's
He'll
got
be
a
here.
good penis.
And with
Yeah,
that,
it's like, how does...
It's a good wiener.
Okay.
we're gonna fade out
You
on
know,
that. It's a
can
good
we just
wiener.
get like a picture of Bryce up on the front? It's just,
Good
it's a wiener.
It's a good wiener.